Hi, Hogs. I am doing some defensive line film here. I took it with my phone during our defensive session. This is our live team session. I'm going to just talk about our steps, our technique, seeing if we're playing both of our gap, just so we can get eyes on how it should look in a live setting here with up front for the defensive line. Okay, well, it's not going to be the best footage, but it's going to be serviceable where we can at least see some steps, primarily from the nose, and see where our hands should be and how we should fit into the run game. Okay, so I'll go left to right each play. If let's see if I remember that, but we'll go left to right. So we'll start over here to see what we can see. Okay, so we're all with space blue. We're all taking our base steps. We go 1-2 with our steps. We see that we're looking at our key. We get a base block. Okay, so our hand should be inside, nice and low. Okay, right here, I see that we're straightening our legs. We don't want to do that. We want to have a nice bend, Z in the knee. It's called a nice Z in the knee. Okay, if this was the ground, we'd make a Z. So this would be our thigh. That would be our knee. That would be the lower part of our leg, and that's the ground. We want to have some Z's in the knees. We don't want to be standing straight up. Have our hands inside, but we're almost to extension here. So the time that it's okay to start looking in the backfield and looking for where the ball carrier is when we have destroyed the block in front of us and we have gotten extension. We're almost to that point, so I see why he's starting to look into the backfield. He sees that play goes away, but we can't just start running because we have not gotten rid of the guy on top of us yet. If we just start running to the side, he's going to stay on us and start pushing us back, and we're going to run by the ball carrier and not make a tackle. We have to dish rag this guy, get rid of him before we can get off to go make a play. I'm going to be eating watermelon as I'm talking to you guys. So we got to make sure. See, right here, he's already having to turn around to get rid of this guy because he didn't get rid of him initially. Get rid of the guy in the line of scrimmage before you start pursuing, or he's going to just stay on you and be annoying. Most likely pancake you. Okay, we'll watch the nose. 1-2. Those are perfect steps. You want to see what read steps supposed to look like? 1-2. That's perfect. 1-2. 1-2. That way he has enough time to read his guy. He's getting a base block, so he's going to get hands inside. His hands up on the shoulder. That's not good. Should be down in the chest, commanding the breastplate. And because he doesn't have his both hands on the chest, he's not able to control this guy as good as he could. But I do like his stance. Okay, 1-2, hands inside. Okay, he's got a little bit of a Z in the knee, almost. Okay, not so much. But he's a little bit lower. This hand's inside, this hand's up on the shoulder, so he doesn't have complete control. But he's commanding both of his gaps. He see plays goes away. He gets rid of his guy. Notice if he gets rid of him first before he pursues. That's the way it should be. That's why he's on the line of scrimmage. That's why he's not. Okay, watch the next defensive end. Okay, steps are a little bit too big. First step's not too bad. Second step is huge. So he lags behind a little bit here. Notice he's not on top of his guy because that second step was way too big. He's on the inside part instead of being right on top of the tackle, being able to play both of his gaps. So because of that, he needs to start working back out. He needs to be out here, not inside here, because if the ball wants to go out in this gap, he's not going to be able to get there. And look at that. Look where the ball is going. Okay, ball was going where we're not. We got to make sure we're defending both of our gaps here. You need to stay on top of this guy. Command both your gaps. You can't be looking inside yet because right now you're kind of messing around with the guard. You have no idea where the ball is going. Okay, make sure you're on top of the tackle. Next play, going left to right. Once again, 1-2. Steps were a little bit smaller that time, which is good. Get your hand on the chest plate. I don't see us grabbing on. Make sure we grab onto the guy. Grab onto him. Grab onto his chest plate so you have control of him. But I do like this. You do have extension somewhat. You're sitting down. There's a little bit of Z in the knee. You could still even be farther away. I would love to see it where it actually looks like a Z, so we can be a little bit lower. But you do have extensions somewhat. So you're looking inside to see where the play is going. Same thing with you. You have to get rid of this guy first before you get off, because look where you start going. He's still pushing on you. So the natural thing for you to do is to go backwards. See, and now you're making an arm tackle because this guy's still blocking you. You have to get rid of your key before you go make a tackle. Otherwise, you're going to get pancaked, or it's going to be an arm tackle, and we're going to give up yards, or you're not going to get any. You're not going to tackle him at all because he's just going to run through the arm tackle. You have to dish rag and get rid of your guy. Okay, we're going to watch the nose. Once again, 1-2, great steps. He already feels, he knows that this is coming. He can see it in his peripheral. So he's getting ready to turn away. This is why I don't want us dropping the knee. This is the exact reason why, is because if this guy fakes that he's going to block you, you're not down. You're not going down to the ground, and you're not out of the play. Okay, that's why I want you to stay up. But now, when he doesn't feel any pressure, this guy needs to be able to stand back up and get back in and make this tackle, because that's coming right in the A gap. Remember, he's responsible for both A gaps here. So he needs to be able to come off, but he can't, because once again, look where his arm is. Up on the shoulder. It needs to be down in the chest. It needs to be down in the chest. He's not able to recorrect himself to get off and make this tackle. Watch the other defensive end here. Okay, his guy looks like he's pass setting, so he's pressing him, get an extension, see where the ball's going, so he's able to get in and make the play. Once you get extension, you can get in there and make the play. This is not a good look from up front on the offensive side. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, next play here. Got some new guys going left to right. Okay, base blue. So looks like we're just running up field here. That's not good. We should be taking 2 steps, getting hands on our guy, getting extension, all the stuff that I talked about. This isn't good if we have a base technique. Okay, now we're stopping, not pursuing the ball. Not good. Okay, Raymond taking 2 steps. Your guy's starting to go outside a little bit. You need to make sure you get head up on him. See how you're lagging behind on this backside shoulder. You don't want to do that. You want to be head up on him. See, you're letting him up to the second level. You still have a hand on him, but you need to be right in front of him. Raymond, got to be right up in front of him, because he's able to get up to the next level. Demetrios, you got to get hands on your guy. You can't just start running up field, because look, this guy, your key, the guy you're supposed to be stopping, getting to a linebacker, he's right up on the linebacker's face right away. That's not good. We can't be reached by this guy. You're standing straight up. We don't have any Z in the knees. That's not helping us out. Okay, next play, going left to right. Dito, you take 2 steps, but they're way too big. Okay, they got to be short 6-inch steps. Okay, first step is about 12 feet, or 12 feet, 12 inches. Your second step's about 2 feet. That's way too big. And look, you're already into the guy before you take your 2 steps. Also, look where your head goes immediately after you take your step. It pops straight up. Okay, we need to have our chest to our knees. This is our key. We need to stay in front of him. If he goes down inside, we got to mirror him and stay in front of him. Because look, he's up on linebacker. Now our linebacker can't make the play. Also, you're getting kicked out here. Okay, you're getting kicked out. Thankfully, this kick out block is not good, so you're still able to fall in and make the tackle if you can. But you'd be flayed alive. You should be flayed alive, because you're standing straight up and you're giving up a lot of room to be kicked out. Can't stand up. Got to stay in front of our key. Okay, watching Raymond. Raymond, your first step, you only take 1 step. You step it laterally, so you're too close to the ball. You need to back up so you can get 2 6-inch steps down. You get hands inside. Look how you're already starting to get turned a little bit away from the play. Thankfully, you are able to fall back in, because this double team is not good. Okay, it looks like you get your hands inside, so that's good. That's what saves you. But we got to make sure we back up off the ball and get 2 steps in. Okay, Thome, watching you. You take 2 steps. Your guy's trying to wheel and seal you inside. Try to work back to get head up on him. Okay, you have to get rid of your key first before you can start going to pursue, because look what's happening. You're starting to get driven backwards because you have not defeated your key in front of you. See, he's still pushing on you. Everyone look at this. You need to defeat the guy in front of you before you go pursue to the ball. Otherwise, you're going to get pancaked or they're going to drive you by it. Next play, left to right. Dito, you're just running straight up field. You're standing straight up and down. You're not getting hands on your guy. All the things that I teach us not to do. Okay, you didn't take any read steps. You're not reading your key. We can't play like this. You're responsible for 2 gaps. You got to do your job or you're not going to be on the field. Okay, Raymond. 1, 2. Okay, you do get 2 steps down there. But we're just way too high. And look, we're getting driven out of here. 1, 2. We got to get hands inside. If we feel this, we got to turn away from it. It's just that you're standing up way too high with your chest. You need to have your chest down and your hips back, okay? We don't have a lot of Z in the knee here. You got to have your hips back, hands inside. And we need to turn away from this. This is a really good double team here by these 2 guys giving us a good look. You got to make sure you turn away from that. Okay, Thome. He wheels and seals. You need to step in front of it right away because you got to think, why am I getting wheeled and sealed? It's not because the play's going that way. It's because the play's going that way. So you need to get back in front. Should be easy for you to get extension and see where the play's going and then pursue over the top to the ball. Okay, should be sitting right here. I do like how you're being patient, but you should be able to see a quarterback has ball and then you pursue over the top to where the ball's going. Getting rid of your guy first. Okay. Left to right, watching Ian. Ian, you're getting hands on your guy. That's pretty nice. Okay, I'd like to see a little bit more Z in the knee. Is pretty straight, but you do have a lot of forward pressure, leaning forward. Ian, if you're getting double teamed here, just turn away from that pressure. Try not to get moved. If you feel yourself getting moved a lot, then drop your knee, it's called. Turn away from that pressure. Try to get your arms, get extension with your arms as well. I know you're new to it, but this isn't bad right here. You're not getting moved very far, which is nice. We'll work on it. Okay, Majetic, he hasn't done this. He was new. He just kind of got pushed into that position. He just needs to take his 2 6 steps and get hands on. Well, and a lot of you guys might be saying, well, hold on, let's look at Majetic. Well, hold on, coach. He gets his hand in there and makes a tackle. Yeah, he might do that this play. He might do that this play where he's not doing his job. That's supposed to be this linebacker where, look, this guy, both these guys are perfectly capable of making the tackle, and that's because that's what it's designed to do. So that's why they're there. And so they're there to make the tackle. But if he does this and they decide to run another play, they might be scoring a touchdown because Majetic isn't doing his job. And now I'm not picking on him, but I'm just making an example of, well, hey, coach, he got in the backfield to make the tackle. Yeah, it worked that play, but they're going to go score a touchdown the next play because they see we're not staying gap accountable. Okay, watching Pacer. This guy right here. Takes his 2 steps. This guy steps out on him. He needs to get extension first. Okay, steps out on him. He needs to make sure he gets extension on this guy. Stay head up on him. You see plays comes inside into his gap, though, so he's able to fall off and get in the tackle. Next play. Okay, we need to make sure that we're getting extension here. This isn't too bad. It looks like we take 2 steps. That second step was a little bit big. We need to back up off the ball a little bit because you made contact when this foot was still in the air. So we got to make sure we back up off the ball. We get extension. Also, we're too high. There's not a lot of Z in the knee. Your belly to belly. You want to make sure you get extension, sit back and read through the hips. Okay. Right now, we're still not able to read because we don't have extension. We're too high. So we got to sit down lower. We don't need to be chopping our feet. We need to be working to get extension. Okay, Majetic. At least Majetic's getting hands on his guy. He just needs to have a wider base. Okay, is this Pepple here? I tell you what, this is pretty dang good right here. I can't tell his steps. His steps look decent, but he's got hands on his key. His key's trying to slant inside there. He's got hands on his key, making sure he can't get up. And he actually kind of gets in on the play. The one thing that I've told Ian that he gets in trouble on is that we got to make sure that we stay in front of him from the get-go. And if he gets by us, we got to just let him go and stay big in our gap and not go chase him and give up ground. But he does a pretty decent job at squeezing. He does get back to square. We also need to make sure we stay square on the line of scrimmage. But he's able to get in on this play because he stayed tight on his key. And because he stayed tight on his key, this guy is trying to get up to this backer. He's not able to really get to the backer because Ian did his job. Look at this. We got a free runner to make the tackle because Ian did his job. And look, there's the linebacker to make the tackle. We didn't make the tackle, but we made the play because we got hands on our key. He wants to leave us, but we don't let him. So the guy he's going to is able to make the tackle. That's what we're trying to do. Good job, Ian. Okay, going left to right here. Ian takes his 2 steps. Okay, he needs to get extension first. He needs to extend his arms. I do like how his arms are tight, but he needs to extend them all the way with those long arms he's got. He also needs to have Z in the knees. He is looking inside, but he has not defeated his block yet. See? You need to get rid of your guy. Otherwise, he's going to stay on you and push you past the play. Thankfully, Ian's fast enough to run away from him, but we need to get rid of him first. Okay, Majetic, he gets hands on his guy. Pretty good. Just needs to sit lower. Okay, sit there and not run upfield. Once again, hey, coach, he made the play. Yeah, but if he's going to run this way, next play, they're going to jump cut it or do something else where they run away from that. And it's going to cause a huge hole here, and it's not going to help us out. Okay. I'd rather us get 2 hands on, take on this double team, not get moved. They have to stay on the double team. So he's there to make the tackle, and he's there to make the tackle. That's what I want to do. Okay, watching Pacer here at the right defensive end. Gets hands on his guy, same thing. He's getting beat with his hand on the outside here. But he sees that play goes inside because he's got an extension. He needs to get rid of his guy first. I want to see some violent movement where that guy gets thrown down before he gets off to try to make the tackle. Next play. Looking over here. Pass play, so get some sort of rush going on. Get off of him, work some sort of angle to go make a tackle. Okay, Joe, let's look at your steps. Okay, there really are no steps. You just kind of lunge forward. You take a little hop on contact. That's not going to help us. Okay, he's just pass blocking you, but if you're getting reached right or left, not going to help us. Okay, Ian, now it looks like you're starting to get a little overzealous here. You're not staying disciplined. You want to take 2 steps like you normally did, get hands on your guy, and then when you see pass from him, then you can get off and go make a play. Okay, watching Ian here. Takes his 2 steps, sees pass. Okay, just guessed wrong, but he saw pass and he triggered. After he does that, when he's looking pass rush, his eyes start looking in the backfield to see what's going on in the backfield. If you see play goes away, we never, ever, ever want to trail because you're never going to catch it. You want to run over the top and get flat down the line of scrimmage. Watching nose guard, takes his 2 steps. 1, 2, perfect. Gets hands on. He gets extension. Would like to see some Z in the knees and have him read through the hips. He's too high. I want to see his head down here reading through the hips. He should feel a little double team, so he should start turning away a little bit. But he see plays goes away, so he's going to start pursuing down the line of scrimmage. Just like that. Don't run upfield. Run flat down the line. That's how you catch him. Okay, watching our other defensive end here. 1, 2. Looks like his steps are a little too big. This guy's reaching on one shoulder. You need to fight back to get square, get extension. Paul, you're just you got to be more intentional with your hands. Your hands need to be on the inside on his breastplate so you can get extension. Because now he's into you, and there's no way you're coming off this. There's no way you're getting off this because he has you hooked. Okay? You need to get extension, fight off this, and go find ball carrier. Okay? Instead of just shuffling, looks like we're doing a little dance here, a little waltz. We don't want to be waltzing. There. You should have gotten there about 10 seconds ago to that extension and then get rid of them. Okay? Get that extension right now. This is when you should have extension, Paul. Right now. Okay. Watching left end, thumb. Look at your first step. You went outside with the step, your first step. And you took a big second step. Here you are. You have trouble doing this. He's dropping back here, it looks like. So he's wheeling and sealing. Get in front of him. You see play goes away. Flow over the top. Okay. Watching Tom Connor. Your first step, same thing. You go lateral. First 2 steps should be 1, 2. Straight at your key. Key steps out at you. You should get into him. You're standing straight up. Highest, tallest hat on the field. Or pretty close. You're standing straight up. No Z in the knees. No wide base. Okay. You're getting double teamed. You should stay double teamed. You should not be fighting over the top because look, we have 2 linebackers sitting in the hole where the ball is being ran. We don't need you getting over there and getting in their way. That's not your job. Okay, your job is that gap and that gap. Your double A gap. You're getting double teamed from this side. So sit there and don't get moved. Sit right there because he's going to be sitting in the hole. If you get double teamed, he's going to flow over the top and he's going to be sitting in the hole. And we'll have 2 guys there to block to make the tackle. Okay. See, we have 1, 2, but see, since you're dancing and you're trying to get off and you're standing all tall, you're getting pushed back in the backfield or you're getting pushed backwards. Look, now you're getting pushed back. And now these linebackers have no idea where the ball's going because your butt is in their face. They have no idea where the ball's going because you're standing straight up and you're getting blown off the ball. And now the pile's just getting pushed back. And that's not helping us. Sit there and don't get moved. Okay, Thone, looking at you. Same thing. You've made contact right here, and this foot's off the ground. Your steps are way too big. Should go 1, 2. Get your hands on your guy. You see that he's trying to seal you off from the play. You need to get back to square. See the ball goes away. Get rid of him. Go attack down the line of scrimmage. Okay, Tom Connor looking at you. Same thing. You step to the right. You stand straight up. Okay, you're the tallest hat on the field. You're not staying disciplined in your gap and attacking your key. You're just looking in the backfield. Not what we need. We need you punching your guy, destroying your key. Once you get extension, then you find the ball and tackle it. Okay, LaFleur, watching you. Looks like you take your 2 steps, but then we're kind of hopping around. Should go 1, 2, get hands on your guy. Right now, when you make contact, you're up, both feet are up in the air. You do get extension though. You see play goes away and you're there to make a tackle. That's good. But your steps were not the greatest there. If this tackle were to actual fire out at you and get underneath you and try to drive you off the ball and his feet didn't stop on contact, this would not have been a good play for you. Instead, this tackle was just kind of leaning on you and not moving his feet really well. If this guy really wanted to move you, you'd be in trouble. That's why I'm being critical of your footwork here. Because you go 1, 2, and then you start hopping. Just take your 2 steps and then get extension on them. After that, everything you do is just fine. Okay, LaFleur watching again. 1, 2, get hands inside. Okay, there was a little Z in the knee there, which is nice. Okay, we're getting a little bit closer. Your hands are in the inside. You're getting extension. I see you're looking inside. Now get rid of him. Right now, you're already starting to turn and run, and you haven't dealt with this guy yet. He's going to stay on you, and look where you start getting pushed is back here. Okay, you're behind our linebacker now because you have not gotten rid of him. Okay, that's a bad habit that you picked up of trying to run to the ball carrier without taking care of this guy first. You need to take care of that guy first and get rid of him. See there. Oh, it's the same play. That's why. I was going to say, I thought I've already seen this play. We're back to number 1. Okay. At least I'm consistent. So hopefully you were able to learn something about our base techniques there, guys, and see a little bit footage of kind of the things that I'm talking about. We have a lot of things we need to work on. Believing in what I'm trying to teach you, selling out to it, not going off and being a renegade and doing whatever you want to do, because that's how we're going to lose football games, but actually doing your job, commanding your gaps, doing the little things right, taking the correct steps, getting your hands inside, doing everything that I taught you because I want you to be successful. If you don't do those things, then you're going to see how we won't be successful. Okay, hopefully this was a good learning experience for you guys.